indexing is this. This is for string, but for list indexing is like this. If you guys remember, you can access a single value. You can access multiple values also. Like, do you guys remember what we did last time? Is it the same thing? Hello? Guys, if you don't understand anything, please ask. There's nothing to there's nothing to be ashamed of or asking. Guys, please ask. Otherwise, like it will be like a monologue actually. I'll be only speaking and you guys just be listening. If you guys interact with me, then only we can take this further. Because right now these are very simple concepts in Python. After this, when complex concepts will start coming, when we're going to design architectures, will implement architectures, then it will going to be very tough if you guys don't discuss with me. Don't hesitate, just ask.
Iteration.
Again, what you asked?
Iteration, once again.
No issue. So iteration, what I said last time is, iteration means, so what is the meaning of iteration? Iteration means the repetition, you can call in simple language, okay? So this is the list we had last time, and we want to see what are the entries within the list. Okay, EGC, ATGC. And if I want to print all this list one by one, then what I can do is I can use a for loop. So this is an operation we performed on the list. So the list is DNS 78. And then we had a for loop and for I in DNS 78. And then print I. And then we just got all the entries within the list, that is TGCT, whatever. So that is what iteration means. You are actually iterating across each entry. You are actually accessing each entry within the list and printing it. That is what the meaning of iteration. Is it clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what about others? Hemant?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is Chandan, I think. Yeah, so is it clear to you guys? Like,
yes, sir.
Can you ask other guys like in Kannada if they have understood this?
Sir, I am Chandan, sir, in Kannada.
I know. I'm not asking about you two or other guys.
ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ ಅಂತ ಸರ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ?
Hello.
Sir, no response, sir.
Okay, then we will continue further. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Then I'll assume that it is clear only because. Okay. So we'll start today's session. So today I'll teach 3 more important concepts. One is a dictionary. So today we are going to see how a dictionary looks. So till now we have seen data types like integer, float, then string, list, right? Now we are going to see another kind of data structure in Python that is called dictionary. Okay. For that, I'll just launch a new Python interpreter, Python notebook.
ಭಗಿನಿ ಕಾವ್ಯ ಬೇಡವಾ ಹೇಳು
ಭಗಿನಿ
ಕಿವಿಗೆ ಹಾಕಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಓಕೆ ಜಾರೆ ಜಾಕೆ ಪೂಂಚ್ should attend the class or not ಇಲ್ಲ ಪೈಥಾನ್ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕಲಿಬಹುದು.
Is there anything I'm able to hear it like is there anything else?
No sir. It's
okay, so shall we start?
Yes sir.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to teach you another data structure today which is called dictionary basically. And till now we have seen like 5 types of what you can say, data structures. That is, one is integer, one is float, another is string. Then we have seen a data structure called dictionary. So let's start. So as usual, I'll just define the shebang for this. Let me enter, and then what I'll do is dictionary, right? So how does a dictionary looks? Let's see. So I'll just do a dictio, dictio, or I'll just do di. I'm just defining it as a variable, and let's mark the structure in here. So it's something
Not
called as
coming in the
keep.
screen. What you are saying?
Sir, we can't see the screen.
Is the screen not visible?
Sir, it's stuck.
No,
Sir, it's stuck the.
Okay, let me. I think it's a net issue. Let me stop sharing it. I'll share again once.
Sir, now we can.
Okay, let me share again.
Yes, sir.
Is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
Okay, so let me do that. Okay, so we are gonna see a new data structure that is called dictionary, and it's basically key pair value. Just see how it looks. You guys will understand, and then we'll discuss further. So how we define a dictionary is, suppose I wrote hi. Okay, I gave a colon here, and in front of it I wrote Hemant. What is your favorite number?
Sir, 10.
And what about you, Rakshita? What's your favorite number?
4.
Anyone else want to contribute? Any other number?
12.
Okay.
Chandan Chetty.
Puneet, what about you? Puneet, you there?
ಪುನೀತ್ ನೀನ್ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ನಂಬರ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕೇನಾ?
Any other number? Puneet, you want to?
ಪುನೀತ್ ನೀನ್ ಇದೆಯಾ? Sir, I think he's not here.
Okay, no issues. I'll give. I think since past 2 or 3 classes he is not there. He is not responding. Okay.
Sir, I will check with that.
Yeah, no issues. Yeah, so I'll continue. Okay. So this is how a dictionary looks. Okay. Now let's type and check if it is a dictionary or not, and then I'll enter. So what is the major requirement or use case of this dictionary? Is suppose I want to access a value called hi. What I'll do is I'll do di. I'll do hi here. So guys, do you think what it is gonna return? Can anybody guess?
It returned 10. 10.
Perfect. So here what, it's a key pair relation. So here if you can see, so this is key. You can consider all the strings here as key. All the left side before the colon, all the left side guys are the key, and there's a respective value attached to it. So you can consider 10 here, here 4. So all the integers are the values. So when you are using this, you're representing one number or one entity with another entity. So suppose you guys are designing.
We only include integers, sir.
No. Let's take another example. You can do anything. It's up to you, bro. Like if you want, you can put, say for example, I used here, say 1, 2, 3. Okay. And I gave here, say Chandan. Okay. Reverse.
Sir, I am asking that I is equal to I. It will display, sir.
If you take I here, you put I here, that there can be an ambiguity. Let me just try. See.
Error.
Why, you know? Because I is a variable. So you have to define it like this.
String.
And then if you try to enter.
A combination of string and the number.
It can be. If you want, you can put like, say for example, okay, give me okay, you guys throw an example. What I need to write. Akshita, you can tell an example. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can tell an example.
We can add decimal to it.
Perfectly. Give an example. So I'll just take like, for example, 1.99 is to say, for
Yes,
example,
sir.
hi. Okay. I took this. And this example was asked by Chandan and this is by you. Let's see if it works. Let's see if its type is a dictionary or it's something else. We don't know.
Sir, again your system has stuck.
Yeah, actually my system is actually slightly slow today. I'm not sure why it's happening like that. Is it visible now, guys?
Yes, sir.
It's visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
The system is actually getting freezed. I don't know. One second, guys. See, if you see here, it returned a type as dictionary, right? So now let's try to access DI2 with, say, for example, I'll put first
What,
Chandan's thing.
sir?
What?
What it means, sir? Dictionary means what?
That's I'm trying to explain. Let's see few examples and then I'll explain you why dictionary and what is dictionary. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So see, Chandan has taken I and it represented this I. Okay. Now let's try yours one, Sarakshita. So you want 1.9, right? So if I do enter, it's representing high. So guys, did I took the name wrong? Is it Deepika Kumari? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's Rakshita, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. No, someone just wrote Deepika Kumari. That's why in the screen here. Okay. So what is the use of this kind of arrangement? Why you need this data structure? Is suppose you guys are trying to distribute few. Suppose you guys are in a classroom and you guys are trying to distribute few passwords. Okay. Say few passwords for 5 students. Then how will you maintain a record for it? Every time it's not important to have a database at the back end, right? So
Yes,
what you
sir.
can do is in this scenario, if you consider this example, just take this example again, and if I put control C, okay, let me take 7 here. Let me use another example here. Say I'll take pass W equals to, I'll take another example and say each one of you, okay, I have Hemant and his password is say something 1 2 3 4. I'll take Rakshita and her password is something else, okay, say 7689. And the same way Chandan, his
Sir?
favorite number is 12, so let
Yes,
me
sir.
put 12 as his password. So suppose you guys have password like this, okay, and you guys are system administrators in a company, and suppose someone comes and asks, can you tell me what is the password of Chandan, right?
Well,
Well,
So,
yes, sir.
so you guys no need to do anything, just you guys need to do this operation, right? Pass WD, and you guys can put Chandan, and it will retrieve you 12, and you can just directly say, okay, it's 12. No need to do anything. So this way, so this is a key pair. So consider this name, key pair value mechanism. Okay, so this data structure works on this mechanism. Okay, it's basically called key pair value mechanism. So here, what is your key? The key is, for example, here it is Chandan. And what is the paired value with it? That particular value is 12. So don't you guys think it's a very important and interesting data structure?
Yes, sir.
You
sir.
can use it for a lot of things later. So this is a key pair value mechanism. And the same way, you can do a lot of operations. Suppose you want to do a for operation on this. So if you do for I in, can anyone tell me how to do iteration on this?
Password for I in password.
Okay.
Then print I.
So if I do print I, so what will happen is it will only show me all the keys. So this is for displaying your keys. Okay. Display all the keys. So it will do that. Suppose you want to display all the values, what should you do? Come on guys, attempt it now.
Sir, for I in password,
Huh?
print,
Yeah.
sir, a month, the code, sir.
No bro. So what you can do is you can just write pass WD bracket I. Okay. And now if I do enter, see it displayed all the keys. Right? Display all the keys. Right? Osman, you have any doubt? Hello. Guys, is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is how the stuff exactly is. And then what we can do is, so this is what all about dictionary. We will do further more operations on all the data structures combined together. But I have a target to teach you because guys, today in this week, I can take only this one class today because tomorrow I am actually traveling to Hyderabad. So I'll not be there. So this week we can have only one class. So I plan to teach you 3 more important concepts in Python. So guys, please pay full attention on this, okay? So with this, we covered with the dictionary, we covered around 6 important data structures or data types you can consider within Python. And we have seen few basic operations on these also. Now what I'm going to teach you guys is looping. Okay? So just check how we can go further for looping. So till now you guys are familiar with for loop. But how do we actually do it formally and properly? I'll just show you that. So are you guys aware about for loop?
No, sir, not exactly.
Okay. Anyone else? Anyone has any answers for this? Okay, no issues. We'll start from scratch. So for loop is a mechanism in Python. You will find that in C++ also. It helps you to repeat across few items or few events. You can repeat few operations multiple times using for loop, and that is called iteration. So the basic meaning of iteration is repetition. Okay. If I do for, and until now we were doing I in pass WD because it was a data structure. But how to actually repeat something if you don't have a list? So what you can do is for I in, we have a function called range. Okay. Mark these guys, this is a very important basic function, but very important function. So suppose I want to print, say, hi 10 times, okay? So what I can do is I can put either 10 here. So what it will do is it will iterate the print function for 10 times within this for loop construct. So if I put enter, you guys see it has actually displayed hi 10 times. Can you count?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
10.
Okay. And there is another way also you can do for loop here is by for I in range. Okay. You can put limits also. Suppose you want to print, say, for example, the first 10 numbers. So what you can do is you can give 1 to 10, 1 comma 10, and then you can put print I, and then followed by, if you want, you can print hi. Okay. If I hit enter, it will display. But if you guys see one thing, it has displayed from 1 to 9. It has not displayed from till 10 because 10 is the upper limit and it is not going to display that. For that, what you need to do is, if you want to print 1 to 10, then you have to give 1 to 11 as your range. Then if you hit enter, it is gonna show 1 to 10. So this is how iteration in for loop can be done. Okay. One more thing also you can do with for loop is you guys can play with nested for loop. What is nested for loop? I'll show one second. So it is like for loop within for loop. So suppose I did for I in range, say 1 comma 11, no issues. Here, let me make it small. I hit an enter. And now what I can do for j, I can use in range. Again, I can put simply 1 comma 5, or I can do is, yeah, I can do 1 comma 5, or I can do I also here. And then if you guys want to print, say I comma I here, then let's see what happens. Did you guys see like how nested for loop is important?
Yes, sir.
So suppose you guys wanted to display every time. Suppose we have a dictionary. Okay, let me show something. Suppose we have a dictionary here, and I declared a dictionary again. Say hi, 1, 2, 3, comma. Say I'll write bro, 7, 8, 9, and then I'll write pi, and it's value all of you know 3.14. It's a very interesting number, as you know. So pi, if I write, and if I define dict here, and if I want to access all its variables using a for loop, then what I can do is I can just do for I in range 1 comma, say for example 5, and then I'll enter, and I'll do for j in, for example, dict. Okay, and one more dict. And then I'll just print. If you want to just display the entries within this, then what you can do is either you want to display, if suppose I want to display the keys, guys, then what should I write within this print?
I.
I.
What?
I. Dictionary I.
Are you sure?
I think, sir.
Okay.
Sir, bro.
Hello. That's gonna tell me. Hello. Guys, is there a disturbance? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what happened? Any disturbance there? So, okay, if you want to display the dictionary, the content within dictionary, then you guys can do is dict j. Okay. And then if you just put, say, for example, enter, let's see what happens. Any idea, guys, what happened?
Yes, sir.
Sir, what we give in the dictionary, sir, it will display it 5 times.
Exactly. But it has displayed all the values basically. It has displayed all the values 5 times.
4 times, sir.
Sorry, yeah, 4 times. But if you want to display all the keys, then what should we do?
I think I, sir.
I.
Either you can do I, but I will get exhausted after some time. You can just put J. And then it will just display all the keys for you 5 times.
Yes, sir.
So this is how you guys can play with all this dictionary. I know this is slightly off the track right now because we are just using some dummy examples to understand, but I just wanted you guys to be familiar with this syntax so that once we start solving the problem, because it's just like how much, 5 to 6 classes only. So that when we start building logics, you guys should not have an issue of not understanding Python first. So that's why I'm just demonstrating you the raw syntax of Python. So like what should we do, how we do stuff like that. So this is a nested for loop. Now let's see how a while loop looks. So there's another looping mechanism in with Python which is called while. And if I write while, say for example, I represented a value called p equals to say 0. Okay. And I put up, so in while we have a structure called keyword called while, and then you can have a bracket, and then you put p say less than equal to 0, and you ask print. Print. Okay. So guys, if p is equal to 0, then it will satisfy this condition, and if this condition is satisfied, then only it will print p. Okay, so let me just show you how it works. If you see, it went into an infinite loop. That's a mistake I did. I should not have put it into an infinite loop. My system will hang again. One sec. I have to close this node. One sec. My system hang. Start.
And then
Yeah. So if I put while loop, see if you guys see while loop is not saved because it went into an infinite loop. So we should not do something like this. So what you can do is, I'll take another example. While p equals to say for example 5. Okay. So did you guys understood what happened exactly? Why it went on displaying 000 again? Because I put a condition saying p is less than equal to 0, while I put that time p less than equal to 0. This is the condition, right? That time this was the condition, right?
Yes, sir.
So what happened was that time I gave the value 0, right? So
Yes, sir.
because the value was 0 and 0 is obviously less than or equal to 0, right? It's equal to 0, no? So it kept on printing p without any stopping condition. So for that, we have to write the stopping criteria. It's called the stopping criteria or a halt criteria, where I just print p. Along with it, I have to make p equals to p minus, sorry, so we'll not do this. What we can do is p plus 1. So when it becomes p equals to p plus 1, that means what? Your p is obviously not less than equal to 0, right?
Yes, sir.
Your loop will stop. So if I enter, it will just print one second. Yeah. It's indentation sensitive. See. So it just represented 0. It printed 0 once. And after it printed 0 from this statement, it made p equals to p plus 1. That means p value became 1. And when 1 went here, 1 was less than 0. That means the loop stopped, right? Same way, so if you try to compare for loop here, in for loop, if you see here, in for loop, we used to keep a range, right? 1 to 11, right? So after 11, it will not print anything. It will not do any action, right? It printed till 10, 1 to 10, right? So it stopped at the 11th count or 11th iteration. The same way, in while loop, we don't have a pre-decided iteration, or how we can say a count for how many times this loop will run. So that time what you can do is you can just put a condition. So whenever this condition is unmet, this halting criteria will make this condition unmet, like this condition will not be valid. So at that point of time, your loop will get stopped. So I can make another example. Say for example, p equals to 7 while p, okay, greater than 5. Anyone tell me what will be the stopping criteria now? Hello.
6 and 7.
No. Stopping criteria, guys. Like this criteria. What should I write?
P plus 6.
See, if I do P, then again my system will hang. That's why I'm not showing, but it's a very interesting test you guys can do. It will go into a infinite loop. It will never stop. So here,
P plus 6.
P is equal to P minus 4.
that is also a perfect one. P minus 4 you can do. Or if you guys want to display it once, then you can do is 1 also. So we'll test minus 4 also and 1 also. Let's test this one first. If I hit an enter, it will only display 7 ones, because from 7 when we entered into this condition, 7 is greater than 5. That is obvious. Then it printed 7 and then it went into this halt criteria. And what it did was P was 7 earlier and then 4 got subtracted. So what happened? It became 3. So what exactly happened is 3 is now obviously not greater than 5, right? It's less than 5. So the criteria got stopped. But what I'll do is, if I make it 1, if you see this and if I make this 1, what exactly will happen is, it will display it 2 times, right? So what will happen basically is, when it will display it 2 times, that means first 7 was greater than 5, then 7 got subtracted to 6, then again 6 was also greater than 5. But when it came to 5, again subtraction happened. So 5 is always not greater than 5. It's not obviously not greater than 5. It's equal to 5. And that's where it became 7 and 6, right? Is it clear, guys?
No, sir. Can you once again explain?
Yeah, sure. But Hemant and Chandan, are you guys doing something else?
No, sir.
Okay, I just saw your screen, guys. You are visible. Like, are you guys doing something else? You can share with us.
No, sir.
Not it. Sir, it's then.
He is
What?
showing us.
Okay. Rakshita, you said something.
Can you repeat once again? She asked.
Yeah, sure. So what exactly happened is, see, it displayed 7 and 6. So why it displayed was, first P's value was 7, right? It was 7. And the condition is P should be greater than 5. So 7 is greater than 5. It's matching the criteria. So that's why it printed 7 first here. After that, it came here and it became P is equal to P minus 1. So what exactly happened was, 7 minus 1 equals to 6 and 6 got saved in P. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Then again 6 got compared with 5. And obviously in this criteria, P is greater than 5 it has asked. So it means that 6 is greater than 5. That is true, right? 6 is greater than 5, no?
Yes, sir.
Then it again, so the loop will go inside again. And then it will print again what's the value of 5. So P value is, sorry, what is the value of P? So P is already subtracted, no? It has become 6. So now it will print the value 6. And again it will subtract 1 from P and then it will become 5. And if you bring 5 again to this condition, see 5 is not greater than 5, right? 5
Yes,
is
sir, it
equal
is
to
equal.
5. So it means that the criteria is getting denied. It's false, right? Hello. So because 5 is not greater than 5, it is equal to 5. So it is coming out of this loop and the mechanism stopped. So it only printed 7 and 6. Is that clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Rakshita, are you clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Cool. Just do let me know if you have doubts at any point of time. Just ask. That's not an issue.
Sir, in for loop, do you used 2 times the for loop in?
That is I showed na. That is this one na?
Yes,
Nested for loop.
yes, sir. Oh, that is called nested for loop. Right?
Nested for loop. You guys can consider this as nested for loop. Nested for loop. Okay. And one thing also you guys can do, you can actually nest while and for loop together also. So suppose we can put a criteria like p equals to say 7, and I put while, okay, e great. So this is different ways of playing with the syntax, guys. So within this, I can put a for I in range, say for example 1, 3, okay, and then I'll just just do print I. What it will do is it will print for me, but that's again a mistake I did, guys. Can anyone rectify what I did?
Yes, sir.
What is that?
Sir,
It
you
becomes
should
infinite,
break.
sir.
Exactly, it has become infinite. I forgot to give the stopping criteria. So then again, I have to stop this Jupyter notebook because this is gonna continue. See, and there's nothing getting printed. The only reason is it's going further because 7 is greater than 5. See, the page aren't responding, right? Came automatically because the system is hanged. So I have to again exit this page. I have to stop this. Yeah, I have to restart it again. So did you guys understood what was infinite loop?
Yes, sir.
It can crash any system, guys. It's that powerful. As simple to write, but really powerful. Just think, if you guys have made an app and you just forgot to give the stopping criteria within your app, then your app will launch, but within that, your loop will run forever and everything will hang. Nothing will work. So it's good you guys are able to see these mistakes at least, because it's important to learn from these errors. If you see that statement might not have registered also, see, it didn't get saved. So yeah, I was telling you how we can write a nested for loop within, how we can write a for loop within a while loop. So I'll do the same example. I'll do p equals to 7 while.
Sir, in while loop, we should use p as the variable every time, or can we?
No, I can write Hemant also here. I just give an example. So you can write Hemant. Say Hemant greater than, for example, 10 or 5. And then I'll put print. So these are variables. You guys can put any name. So if I put, rather than print, yeah, I wanted to show you for loop, right? I'll take for I.
Sir,
Chandan, tell me.
sir, what happens when we don't put semicolon?
Then it will give error. Semicolon or colon, it will give error.
Colon.
Yeah, it will give error actually. See, if I do a simple print below this, it will give an error. It's that sensitive. Print hi, if I put enter, see, it's invalid syntax. And it has pointed, see, near while there is some error, something missing here. You are seeing this gray arrow?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so if I put this, shit, guys, what happened?
Sir, again you used.
Yeah,
Fine.
it again went infinite. I have to again stop it. Let me start it again. So I think now you guys can register what is infinite loop, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, at least I'm glad you guys are able to see. Chandan, is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. So I'll quickly show you guys this. So Hemant, are you clear? You can put any variable name. I'm
Yes.
just taking p1 equals to something just for the sake of taking. This variable name doesn't matter. So now if I put for I in range So for example, 1 comma 3, I'll put this, I'll put a print, okay? Print I. Now what should I do, guys? What mistake I did last time?
Sir, we should stop it.
I didn't give the stopping criteria. You guys should remember this as stopping criteria. Note it down, guys. Or you guys can consider it as halt criteria, anything. Okay. So this kind of thing should be there, which should be actually playing with the variable within the while loop. So we have to do something with this P1, right?
Yes, sir.
So where should I write that P1, guys? Should I write it below print or should I write it below for?
Sir, below 4.
Perfect. Great. So, because see, for this while loop, everything after this while loop is within the content of while. But for this for loop, everything after the for, so after this space, whatever is there, that registers to the for loop. It doesn't register to the while loop, okay? So what we have to do is we have to put P1 after for so that it registers for the while loop, okay? So what it has written is P1 is greater than 5. So what I can do is P1 minus, if I do 1, so it will reduce P1 after every iteration. So 7 will become 6, then 6 will become 5, and then it will stop. And if I hit the enter now, guys, do you think it will go as an infinite loop?
No, sir.
No,
Are you
sir.
guys confident?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes.
See, so it only displayed 1 to 1 to 2 times because here we gave the range as 1 comma 3, and as you guys know, the upper limit never gets touched, so it is only 1 and 2, and this one got stopped because of the stopping criteria. So 7 got converted to 6, then 5, and at 5 it got stopped. So are you guys clear with all this looping criteria? Loop?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Is it
sir.
clear, guys? If you guys are not able to hold any word, that is fine. But if you, so are you guys clear with this mechanism, like how to exactly write it?
Yes, sir.
Everyone, like Hemant, you can ask everyone, like, is it clear till now to everyone?
ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಗಂಟ ಫಾರ್ ಲೂಪ್ ವೈಲ್ ಲೂಪ್ ಎಲ್ಲ
ಆಗಿದೆ.
ಎಲ್ಲಾರ್ನೂ ಅನ್ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಬೇಗ.
ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆ.
Sir, I think
Ask to unmute.
most of them are understood.
Ask to
Okay, perfect. So dictionary is over, looping is over. Now, what we're gonna see is we're gonna see decision-making statements. Decision, we call it. Guys, what is the spelling of decision? I forgot. Is this correct?
Yes, sir.
Decision-making statements. So let's see what exactly happens in decision-making, okay? So what I'll do is, so the first important feature of Python in decision-making construct is if statement. So suppose you guys wanted, suppose I'll give you an example. Suppose you guys have a variable called, say, Hemant, and I stored, say, for example, 10 in it. And you guys wanted to write a program which compares every variable value and prints if it is greater than 5 or less than 5. That is what a simple task we're gonna check. So what you guys wanna do is, if in bracket Hemant greater than 5, then print it is greater. Okay. Clear, guys, till now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If I hit enter, then will it is greater will print? Will this print statement will print what is written here?
No, sir.
Why? Why do you think like that, Hema?
It's in red marks.
It
That
will.
is fine, guys. That is not an issue. It's a string. See, if I put enter, it has printed. Guys, don't confuse any red mark. See, if here also it was in red mark. So this is highlighted by the interpreter for the understanding, because it's a string. So string is highlighted in red, as these keywords are in green, but this variable is in black. So guys, don't confuse with the color right now. Okay. But see, guys, it printed na greater. If I make it 4, is it gonna print?
No, sir.
ಫುಲ್ ಫನಿ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
ಹಂಗಾಗಿ
Perfect. But if you guys wanted to display if it is less than it, then how can you do these two things together?
Sir, can you repeat it?
Take within this only I'll show. If there's a statement called else, okay, print it is small or it is smaller than 5. It is greater than 5. So now if I hit enter, guys, what do you think? What will be printed? Hello? You guys there?
Yes, sir.
So if I right now hit enter, guys, do you think what will be printed? Like, will this print statement be printed or this print statement be printed?
Else will print, sir.
Perfect. Why? What is the reason?
Sir, 4 is lesser than 5.
Exactly. So suppose if I make this now 10.
ಸರ್ ಗ್ರೇಟರ್ ವಿಲ್
If
Okay.
ಇಫ್ ವಿಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಸರ್
Did you guys understood what we are trying to do? We are
Yes,
trying
sir.
to play. We are trying to play with some conditions. Suppose Hemant says, if Chandan comes today, then I will attend the class. If Chandan does not come, then I'll not attend the class. Guys, I'm just giving an example. Okay. So that
Yes.
if and else. Rakshita will say, if internet connection is there, then I'll connect the class. Else, I cannot connect with the class. So it is like that. It's a condition, right? So that is where you guys are taking a decision, either this or that. So that mechanism we are trying to do it here. So suppose we can play with this further. Suppose I have, say for example, a list. Okay, A equals to, say something, anything. Okay, hi, and then say, for example, what did you say? Bye. Okay, so I defined this list. Okay. Now, suppose I wanted to understand or write a if-else mechanism pertaining to this list, then what I can do is, I can do if, say, I'll take 1 to 3,
ಇಸ್ ಗ್ರೇಟರ್ ದೆನ್
no, in A, okay, this is also a condition. Then I'll do print
ಎಲ್ಸ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್
element exists in list. Else, not found.
ನಾಟ್
not exist.
So guys, do you think it will be there? 1, 2, 3?
ಎಸ್ ಸರ್
Yes, sir.
Did you see how it printed it? But suppose if I make 1, 2, 3 as 12.4 or 12.3,
ಸರ್ ಇಟ್
can anyone say what will be printed?
Not found.
Any guess? What?
ನಾಟ್ ಫೌಂಡ್
Not found.
Perfect. So this is how you play with the list. Are you guys getting what we are trying to do? So we are going
Yes, sir.
slowly into slight complex versions of the programs using if for all this. Right? You can do another test also here. I'll show that again. You can write a if else statement within a for loop also. So for example, for I in I do A, okay. Okay. And or say I do it as a range, because if it is in I, then it is obviously, if it is within A, then obviously it is within the list, right? There's no need to test, right?
Yes, sir.
So if I do range, say for example 5, and I hit an enter, and then if I do if, say for example, A of I, okay, we have A, right? Suppose I made A of I equal to say 1, 3, 4, 5. So when you give double equal to, it means comparison. When you give single equal to like this, it means assignment. Guys, remember this. This
Yes,
means
sir.
assignment, okay? We are assigning the variable a value called 10. But when it is double equal to, it means that we are comparing.
Comparison.
So if I do A of I, okay, so what it will do is it will test for each element within the variable, okay. Or I can do is like this. Rather than, you guys remember this length function?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I can make length of A, so it will iterate till the length, okay. What is the size of the length of this list? And if I put if A here, and if I do print element found, if I just do this, how many times do you think that this will be printed?
Sir, it will check in A
And it print.
But it
and
will
it
print
will
element found only once. You know why? Because 1, 3, 4, 5 is present only once, right? So if this condition
Yes,
is
sir.
true, so this condition will be true only once because we have the element once, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
if it is true, then only it will come inside na, and print. Otherwise, it will keep checking.
Yes, sir.
Let's test it. One second. Input. Oh,
Right.
that's
Interactive.
one second.
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತೋರಿಸ್ಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ
ಅಲ್ಲೇ
ತೋರಿಸ್ಬೇಕು.
3 ಲೈನ್ ತಪ್ಪೆ ಅಂತ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಿದೆ.
ರೇಂಜ್ ರೇಂಜ್ ಅಂತ
This is the mistake. I'll show what happened.
जा रहे हैं.
ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಅಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಲಿಂಕ್ ತಪ್ಪಿದೆ.
So guys, is it clear now? What was the error? So the error was length. So I gave length of A without the range function. So what happened was, if I just make this, so it was giving an error called int objects is not iterable. So it means that you cannot repeat something with integer as a value itself. For that, you have to put the range function within it. Did you guys understood what happened? The error?
Yes, sir.
Are you guys sure? If I
Yes,
put
sir.
now, see, it just printed it once, element found. Because this criteria is getting satisfied only once. Only once. Okay. So what was happened is I used the for loop, I took the range function, and I took length of A. So what is length of A? If you guys see here, len of A, it will return some value, 4.
4.
So at the back end, the 4 is replaced here. So it becomes range of 4, right? As simple as that. So I got iterated till the range 4 for 4 times, and it checked if A of I is equal to 1, 3, 4, 5 and print. If you guys want to see how many times it's actually checking, you guys can put another print statement also here and just put element check going on. Okay. So now if I hit an enter, you see how many times it's printing. See, It printed element check going on, but it only printed element found in the second iteration. After that, again, it is empty, right? Because the second element is 1345. So 1345 is getting satisfied only once. That is at the second iteration. So that is what it's all about, guys. So is it clear now? Hello?
Sir, but there is only one element before 1345.
So if you see, it has only, so if I, okay, I'll just explain you again, okay? If I just hit and if I just comment this, okay, and if I display, then it will only print it 4 times, right?
Yes, sir.
So it printed element check going on once, then went inside this. If it is found, then it will print. Otherwise, it will not print. So if I do this and if I do, then first time it went, it checked, it first printed this check going on. Then it took A of I, A of 0 it took, okay. A of 0
Yes,
is
sir.
1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3 is
Okay.
not equal to 1, 3, 4, 5. So it came out, right? It didn't print this.
Yes, sir.
Again, it came into this for loop, printed this element check going on, and it checked for A of 1. So A of I here becomes A of 1. So what is A of 1? A of 1 is 1, 3, 4, 5. So 1,
Element.
3, 4, 5 is equal to A. That means this if condition is satisfying, right? So that is because then it printed element found. So that is why after the second check going on is printed, it printed element found. Then again it went out and again it printed this and checked for the third element. But high is obviously not equal to 1, 3, 4, 5. So again it went out and again it checked. So if you guys wanted to see further, like if you guys really wanted to see it is out of the loop or not, so you guys can do one more thing is you guys can print out of the loop, okay, out of if condition. See how many times it's printing. Guys, any guesses how many times it will print this condition also, this print statement?
5 times.
No, 4 times.
4 times.
Out of
See, element check going on out of if condition, element check going on, element found, then out of if condition. And again, the element check going on out of if condition, then again element check going on out of if condition. So is it clear now, guys, what happened?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Are you
sir.
able to take care of the sequences, like where the for loop is happening, where the if statement is happening? Is it clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You guys want to continue further or you guys want to stop here? Is it like too much for today or shall we proceed further? Hello?
We can continue.
Right? Okay, perfect. I'll show you one more way how we can write. How we can write if else condition another paradigm. So there is another way of writing if else condition. So if I write if, say for example, I took the same example p equals to say 3. Okay. If p is greater than 5, then print equal. Now I can do another construct that is called L if. Okay. So this is called if else ladder. Okay. So we are going to play with the if else ladder. I can do another condition L if p less than 5. Okay. And I'll write, sorry, greater it L if this p less than 5, print smaller. Okay. So guys, can I put another condition? Is it possible?
Sir.
Till now we were playing with only 2 conditions, right? Either if or else or only if, right?
Yes, sir.
So if you see here, if we have played only with two conditions, either if or else, but we want to play with multiple conditions. So for that, we can use elif. So if you want, I can do this also. Elif, just for example, say p equal to 5. Then what I can do, I can put print equal. Now, if you want, I can put another elif also. Any condition p, say greater than equal to, for a simple simplicity, greater than equal to 5. And if I put this, it becomes print greater or equal. Okay, and I can go on putting conditions like this. And at the end, you guys can halt it with else print nothing happened. Okay. So guys, do you think which criteria it is gonna match?
Smaller.
Why? Rashida, like that?
P less than 5, smaller one.
Perfect.
Smaller.
Perfect. Because we have given P as 3. Any stopping criteria required here, guys?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Why?
If else is
Yeah, because it's a decision-making statement. We are not putting any iteration over it, right? So if I hit enter, absolutely right. It will print smaller. So you guys can play with any kind of conditions within this, right? So just think, if you guys have a scenario where you want to compare multiple objects with multiple conditions, then this if-else ladder will help you define. So are you guys getting the feel of Python programming now? How simple and how effective it is?
Yes, sir.
We just played with for, if-else statement and while loop, and we have seen few data structures till now, right? Or data types. So this is how efficient Python programming is, and simple. So till now, do you guys have any questions for me?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Sir.
Anyone else? Because see guys, for tomorrow onwards, there will be no class. So this week we'll meet again next Wednesday. So what I request you guys is kindly go through all the videos as you guys are recording it and revise all these concepts so that next class onwards, we will go into further complex concepts of Python. We'll try to see how we can write like object-oriented programming in Python. We'll do that next class. And once that is done, you guys are like almost ready to take care of, like we can start jumping into the data science problems, data science concepts, and start implementing them in Python. There are a few other important basics I'll teach along with object-oriented programming. And then you guys are like ready to dive in Python. So guys, till now, is Python fun? Like, are you guys enjoying or is it boring? Tell me frankly, that's no issue.
No, sir. We enjoyed.
We are enjoying, sir.
But I'm not able to hear it from others now. That is why I have a doubt if it's really enjoyable or not. Deepika, what about you? Is it like, did you like?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. Who is this co-host? Can you tell me who is this co-host?
Sir, it's
Sir
Chandan.
Chandan.
Okay, that's Chandan. Okay, perfect. Nice. So is his name written in Kannada? That is Chandan?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. And where is Puneet, guys? Narayan, are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Like, did you find it interesting? Like, I know these are simple basics right now. So you guys just need to bear with few more classes for the basics and then we'll start digging into problem statement. But is it clear, guys? Rakshita?
Yes, sir. It is clear.
Okay, and Hemant, just like talk to Puneet what has happened. Like, if he needs any help, you can like do some extra classes further, like
Yes, sir.
before going into further complex concepts actually.
Display all the
Sir, I will take care within this weekend.
Okay, talk to him and yeah. Guys, do revise all these concepts. So till now we have seen like the basic constructs within Python, like the decision making functionalities like if else and if else ladder. Then we have seen what else. Can anyone just summarize the names what we have seen till now? Any one of you?
Sir,
From the
from
beginning
first
till now.
class.
Yeah, from the first class till now. Yeah. Just the names, like the name of the concepts. If you don't know exactly what's happening, that's fine.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Integer,
Yeah.
string, float, list, delete, del, then tuple.
So, Rakshita, I want you to say data types. Okay.
Data type, sir.
And within data types, it is integer, string,
String,
float,
float,
then
list,
list, tuple,
tuple,
and then today we learned dictionary.
then dictionary, looping,
So till now, data types is clear.
looping.
This is what we did for data types. Yeah. Then
Yes, sir.
Rakshita, yeah, carry on, Rakshita.
Looping.
Okay.
Sir,
Then
look or what?
No, so looping is a construct, is a way of, is an operation, guys. You guys can consider looping as an operation. Okay, Python operation. Okay.
yes, sir.
So it is basically you are using loop to repeat functionalities. As you guys saw here, right? We repeated stuffs, we printed repeatedly. So in place of print, you guys can put any other statements. We'll put logic there, okay? So we can put mathematical equations within there. We can write mathematical equations here, which will perform the calculation for us repeatedly. You guys remembered in first class I told about mathematical intuition and equations?
Yes, sir.
So those things actually we will code within this print. So I was just giving a simple example of print here, but later when we will design logics, for loop will be same. But within for loop, there will be multiple logics we will be putting. Like say for example, equation like y equals to mx plus c. It's a line equation. We'll be putting it as a function within there and it will be repeating. So I'll teach you object-oriented programming. There we will cover all this. Like functions, class, objects. For time being, let's consider operation looping as an operation. Operation means how I can consider doing some task, as simple as that. Right? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Performing some task upon this data types, what we saw. So that is what looping is all about. So in looping, we saw two concepts, right? One is while, one is for.
Yes.
And then another kind of operation we saw, that is decision making. So in decision making, we saw today if else statement, right?
Yes, sir.
Along with if else, we saw
Yes, sir.
if else ladder also. So this, just remember this ladder. It's called if, elif, then else.
Else if.
Else if, yeah. So it's not that you guys can put only three else if. You guys can put multiple else if within this, okay? As many as you want.
Sir, can we put if multiple ifs?
You can put multiple, but it has to be nested. If then after if, but that will make no, so logically that will make no sense. If you put, say for example, here it is p equals to 3, okay? And if I put if, and if I put p greater than 5, okay, and I hit enter, print something, say hi. And after that again, if you want to put if, then that is again an independent if structure. That's nothing to do with that if, right? If I put again p less than say 7, then that is another independent if structure. It has nothing to do with the above if. High alone. Okay. I hit enter. See.
Sir, why it's not printing the first one, first if?
Because so what happened is the first one, You tell me now what happened.
Sir,
Sir,
for
3
What is the value of P?
is not greater than 5. That's why it is not printing.
Not printing. But it has not worked together, guys. What happened was, it printed the first if and then it printed the second if. It checked the second if. Okay. These are independent, guys. But these are within one construct. Okay. These together are one construct. Hemant, do you got it?
Yes, sir.
So this is independent and this is independent, but this if and this elif are joined together. They're happening one after the other. Even here also it is happening one after the other, but it is independent. They have nothing to do with each other. There's no relation actually. Okay, we can check again. So suppose if you want, you can put further one more if also. So P equal to 7. And if you hit a print, is it equal? So did you got the flavor what I'm trying to say?
yes, sir.
Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so it is not dependent on each other. It's like here. Here it was dependent on each other. But here, though it is giving the result the same way, but will you prefer to write every time a different condition in different if, or you want to take care of some conditions explicitly? Okay, let me explain this way. So we wrote two things here, right? 2 to 3 things here, na?
Yes, sir.
Let me just delete this one. Let me just show you. So I wrote if P greater than 5, print high. If P less than 7, high alone. How writing this and how writing this is, just check. P greater than 5, print high. Else, no need to give any condition.
Print I alone.
Print high alone. So if I do this,
I alone.
did you see? It did it itself. I don't need to give a second condition here.
Yes.
Yes.
Did I define any second condition here?
No, sir.
But here I have given two conditions separately.
Yes, sir.
And if you want to see if it is working together or not, you can just comment it. Na? You just comment this one. How I can say? Less than 7, okay? It will not print anything.
Yes, sir.
But if I just do a print here, na? Print nested if statement. If you want to just confirm ki the if statement is checked or not. So if it has gone inside this, then it will print test if statement, right? Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Heman?
Yes, sir.
Let me put this within this. Na?
Yes, sir.
If it is actually going inside this, then it will obviously print this, na? Tested if statement, and then it will print a high.
Yes, sir.
But it is not doing that. So if I do this, after that, because after that this statement is there, that's why it is executing it. But here explicitly I don't have to give any condition. It's directly printing by checking. If P is not greater than 5, yeah, it's not greater than 5 because P's value is 3 here. So else, I will. Is it clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
So guys, do revise this and come. We'll meet next week again. And just note down your doubts, guys. You guys have these videos, try to take notes and see what doubt you have. And then we can first discuss those doubts and then I'll go into the object-oriented programming concepts. So we saw 3 things. One is the 6 data types: integer, string, float, list, tuple, and dictionary. And 2 types of we saw for few operations also, like delete, indexing within the list, and tuple within string also. And then further operations like decision making statements like if else and ladder, if else ladder. And then we saw looping. It's also one kind of operation. That is, we saw two types of loop. One is while loop and one is for loop. So guys, just revise these concepts and then we'll meet next week.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So yeah, bye guys.
Bye, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
And Hemant, talk to Puneet also once.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I will.
Okay, bye.
Bye, sir. Thank you, sir.
Bye.